Scott, whenever you're ready, please take it away.
Always fun to do roll calls. That's what makes Mondays the best live show, right? When we have this audience participation.
Yes.
Well, today on Monday, it's also April Fool's Day. Now, we're going to protect the integrity of Pewter Report by not playing pranks and jokes on our readers just to try to get laughs or clicks or whatever. So we don't engage in that. But it would be kind of fun to throw up some hypotheticals, like what if we did a front page story, right, on this, that, or with whatever, just some funny little stories and headlines. So these were a couple that we were considering that, of course, we didn't do. So here's the first one, Matt. Tom Brady ditches Raiders, joins Bucs ownership group. All right, how about that? From one pirate group to another, right? He comes home. The Super Bowl MVP comes home to Tampa, joins the Glazers, and maybe ends up taking over for the Glazers at some point in time. So that was under consideration. We appreciate everybody chiming in. You can put those up there, Matt, once we get the headline up there. So the second one I think is going to please an awful lot of people. The second one is this one right here. NFL rules that Todd Bowles must use first half timeouts or be penalized. Okay, that was a little known rule change that we didn't really cover that well last week in Orlando. Keep those coming, Matt. But yeah, so that's the interesting one.
I love
right there,
that
right?
one.
We talked about the hip drop tackle. We talked about the new kickoff rules and how that's going to affect not just the Bucs, but all other teams across the league. But the NFL coming out and saying that Todd Bowles must use all of his first half timeouts or the Bucs will be penalized next year. That was a good one, I thought.
Yeah, that's great.
So another one, too, is, the Buccaneers, they hired Liam Cohen to be the offensive coordinator. Todd Bowles kind of sticks in the same vein with another Liam, hiring Liamniss as the new pass rush coach, okay, because Liamniss brings a special set of skills to the table. And what really won Liamniss over in Todd Bowles' interview with him was the fact that he said he was going to kill quarterbacks and train the Bucs outside linebackers to become assassins. So that just seems like a perfect fit. They already have Liam Cohen on the offense, get a Liam on the defensive side. And boy, I think that the Bucs would absolutely murder the competition.
That would be great too, Scott, in a situation like sometimes, the Bucs have an opponent like the Jaguars last year. It was, will Trevor Lawrence play or will be the backup? That's a great situation where Liamniss says, I don't know who you are. I don't know who the quarterback's going to be, but I will find you. I will get to the quarterback and take you down for a sack.
Absolutely, Matt. I love it. This next one right here, probably not going to sit well with Buccaneer fans. Bucs to move Luke Gedeke to left guard to fill hole in starting lineup. Didn't work out well the first time, but sometimes you get to try again, right? No, of course we're kidding. The Buccaneers have found their right tackle, but it would be interesting though, right? Because Luke Gedeke's best friend on the team is Tristan Wirfs, so they could be like not just next door neighbors in the locker room, locker to locker, but they could play next to each other, right? Yeah. With Tristan Wirfs now being the left tackle, Luke Gedeke being the left guard. No, sorry, we've already seen this movie and we know how it ends. He's better off at right tackle. They'll find a left guard in the draft to compete with Sua Opeta. So, but that's still kind of a funny headline there. This one is funny, but also a little serious because everybody loves a good hero. So why not bring Blaine Gabbert back to Tampa? Bucs trade day 3 pick for Chiefs quarterback Blaine Gabbert. Why? He's a handsome man. Good God, look at that mullet and that beard. So here's the thing with Blaine Gabbert, right? You already have a pretty handsome fellow at Baker Mayfield as QB1. Now you've got an upgrade over QB2. Sorry, Kyle Trask, but we're just telling the truth here. Blaine Gabbert and Baker Mayfield, drinking buddies, beer to beer, beard to beard. You see where we're going here with this? Okay, so you get an experienced backup quarterback just in case something happens because Kyle Trask is an unknown. So what happens to Kyle Trask? Well, Bucs trade Kyle Trask to Panthers for day 3 pick. That's right. Dave Canalis got the most out of Kyle Trask that any quarterback's coach has gotten out of him. And so he wants him in Carolina to back up Bryce Young instead of Andy Dalton. So why not go for that? I think that would be a great deal right there. And of course, essentially what you're doing is you're using the draft pick that you acquire for Kyle Trask to get Blaine Gabbert. So it's kind of a wash. And you're upgrading the looks of the team and the experience of backup quarterback. Now, this last one here, I'm sorry, Buccaneer fans, but I'm leaving Pewter Report to start the Panthers Report in Carolina. That's right. Dave Canalis, he convinced Brad Idzik to go to Carolina. He convinced Joe Gilbert and Harold Goodwin to go to Carolina. He convinced David Moore to go to Carolina, and he talked to me at the NFL owners meeting, made me an offer I couldn't refuse. And so he needs an ally in the Carolina media after that 2-14 season. So I'm going to be starting Panthers Report in Carolina. It's been a blast. Pewter Report readers, viewers, and listeners, and everybody in the PR staff. It's been great while it lasted. Almost got to 30 years. This would be my 30th season covering the Buccaneers coming up here this fall. It's been a long time, so I'm off to Carolina. Just kidding. April Fools.
April Fools. But to be fair, Dave Canalis is a very convincing guy. I mean, whether it's he's up at the podium, Kieran with a great comment.
Yeah. Yep.
He is a very convincing guy, though. One thing, I mean, it would take a lot for you to go and cover Carolina. But if they were going to try to convince you, there would have to be a lot of things. But one thing that may sweeten the pot just a little bit more, if they said, Scott, please come to Carolina. We'll give you a year-long supply of Celsius energy drinks.
I'm in. I can be bought for Celsius.
Which, of course, is the presenting sponsor of the Pewter Report podcast. Check out the newest line of Celsius energy drinks. They're called the Celsius Essentials. They're the tall boys. They have 270 milligrams of caffeine, and they got some awesome flavors that you can check out, like the Blue Crush and the Dragonberry. So if you're looking for a little extra oomph, a little more Celsius in one can to get you going during your day, make sure you check out the Celsius Essentials. They're available all over the place. If you need to know where to find a Celsius energy drink, maybe it's one of the OGs like the Strawberry Lemonade or the Arctic Vibe. There's so many awesome flavors of Celsius. They're making new ones all the time. Go to the Celsius store locator if you need to find one. Punch in your address, and we'll tell you the closest geographical location where you can pick one up. We did it when we were in Indy. We did it when we were in Orlando. We'll do it for all the trips that we're going on.
Yep.
I'll tell you the closest place where you can pick one up might be a Walmart, health and fitness store, 7-Eleven, or if you're lucky enough, it might just be your bodega.
Bodega.
And once you keep going to your bodega and you know you love Celsius, but you want more and you want to get it in bulk so you're not making 1,000 trips, that's when you go to Amazon. Click on the subscribe and save, and you can have Celsius sent to your place of residence whenever you want. You're in charge. You can control it how you want to do it. You're the captain now. So just make sure you're drinking Celsius energy drinks. Make Celsius your number one pick. Celsius, the official energy drink of the Pewter Report podcast.